Peace be upon you. Today we will talk about the foods that, when stored in the fridge, can harm your health or at least lose some of their benefits, because not all foods are meant to be stored in the fridge with the idea that you can use them for a longer period. The truth is that some common foods lose their nutritional value when stored in the fridge. They lose their special flavor and freshness as well. If you learn from this video how to store certain foods properly, you will be able to get the maximum benefit from eating them. So, let's start the video and find out which 7 foods you should never store in the fridge. Number 1, garlic. First is garlic, which should not be kept in the fridge because it starts sprouting. When stored in the fridge, small shoots start to grow, reducing its natural flavor. In a cold and humid place, fungus starts to grow on garlic, which further spoils its quality. Due to the low temperature, its natural sugar turns into starch, reducing its taste. Moreover, when you keep it in the fridge, the smell from other foods transfers into the garlic. Garlic can absorb the flavors of other items around it, which decreases its own special taste. To store it properly, keep it at room temperature where it's not too hot and in a dry place so that fungus does not develop. Try to store it in a mesh bag or an open container so air can circulate and prevent fungal growth. Number 2, onion. Second is onions, which should also not be kept in the fridge. There are several reasons for this. First, the moisture inside the fridge encourages fungus growth on onions, making them inedible. Also, cold temperatures change their flavor and texture. When stored in the fridge, the starch in onions turns into sugar, making them sweeter. While this might be good for salads, it reduces their original flavor. Another issue is that onions start sprouting due to the fridge humidity, which shortens their shelf life. However, if you cut an onion and need to store the leftover, place it in an airtight container before refrigerating. This will reduce odor absorption and also prevent the onion smell from spreading in the fridge. Number 3, bananas. Third is bananas, which should not be kept in the fridge. Bananas are usually grown in warm regions, so it's better to keep them at room temperature. When stored in the fridge, their cells get damaged. The peel turns brown and the flavor changes. Bananas are also affected by ethylene gas, and when stored with other fruits in the fridge, their ripening process becomes unnatural. This results in bananas that look ripe on the outside but are underripe inside. Cold temperatures also affect the enzymes responsible for making bananas sweet. At room temperature, these enzymes work properly, keeping their natural flavor intact. Bananas kept in the fridge quickly develop a brown peel, giving the impression they are overripe. Storing them at room temperature keeps their appearance fresh and their taste natural. Another issue is that refrigeration reduces their nutritional value. To store bananas for a few days, keep them in a cool, dry place at home. Number 4, bread. Fourth is bread. Refrigerating bread reduces its benefits. In the fridge, the starch in bread crystallizes, making the texture dry and hard. You know that moisture spoils bread, and the fridge humidity speeds up spoilage. Bread acts like a sponge, absorbing odors from surrounding foods, which gives it an unpleasant taste and smell. To maintain its original flavor, always store bread outside the fridge. Another thing is that bread taken out of the fridge and left outside for some time develops mold quickly. It spoils faster, but if you want to store it for a long period, freeze it completely. Make sure the container or bag is airtight. When you want to eat it, bring it to room temperature first. Number 5, tomatoes. Fifth is tomatoes. To keep their taste and freshness, always store them outside the fridge. Very low temperatures reduce the natural sweetness of tomatoes. Their texture also gets damaged, and they develop an odd appearance after being taken out of the fridge. The enzymes responsible for their great flavor get destroyed by cold storage. That's why refrigerated tomatoes taste less fresh compared to those kept outside. Tomatoes are usually grown in warm climates and ripen at room temperature. When stored in the fridge, the ripening process is disrupted, reducing their best flavor. Refrigeration also decreases their nutritional value. The antioxidant lycopene levels drop. If you want more lycopene, slightly heat the tomatoes before eating. Store them in a bowl or basket at room temperature, preferably with the stem side down. This keeps them fresher. But if they are overly ripe and you won't use them for a few days, you may refrigerate them at a slightly higher temperature. Before eating, leave them at room temperature for some time. Number 6. Honey. Yes, storing honey in the fridge causes it to crystallize quickly. At low temperatures, the sugars in honey turn into crystals faster, altering its texture and flavor. When kept at room temperature, crystallization happens more slowly. Another thing is that honey is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture from the air. The fridge has higher humidity, which makes honey thinner and changes its taste. Storing honey in a cool, dry place keeps its natural flavor intact. Also, honey is slightly acidic, which prevents bacterial growth, so there is no need to refrigerate it. Number 7. Potatoes. Yes, storing potatoes in the fridge turns their starch into sugar, which alters their taste, making them overly sweet. To store potatoes, keep them in a dry place away from light. Another issue is that when stored in the fridge, potatoes produce a compound called acrylamide. When cooked, acrylamide can be a cancer risk. Also, high humidity encourages bacterial growth on potatoes. So, take them out of the fridge and keep them in a cool, dark place. These were the 7 foods you should not store in the fridge. Thank you so much for watching this video and for visiting the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like and share it, and if you are visiting the channel for the first time, do subscribe. God willing, we'll meet in the next video. Until then, take care. Goodbye.